New at noon, transportation issues continue to plague Mississippi, from aging infrastructure to major structural issues with bridges, just to name a few. But what are solutions to transportation problems? And joining us live is the newly appointed chairman of the Mississippi Transportation Commission, Willie Simmons, the commissioner of the Central District, and a longtime friend of mine. How are you doing, Willie?
Tanya, I am doing great. It's so nice to hear and see you.
Well, hey, Willie, so first off, congratulations on being named the chairperson. What does that role will entail for you?
Well, it simply means that I will chair the meetings and sign off on minutes and just kind of work as somewhat of a spokesperson for the commission. But we three commissioners work so well and close together. Let me just say, because most of your listening audience is in the Northern District, and just give a shout out to my colleague, Commissioner Caldwell, for his work and cooperation. And the three of us, Commissioner Busby and Commissioner Caldwell and myself, work real close together to try and make the best possible infrastructure system in the state.
Now, when it comes to infrastructure, years ago, you actually took the undersecretary around Mississippi to look at just some of the problem areas. What are the goals for the commission this year in making sure that the roads are better as well as bridges?
Well, in doing that, let me just say that, we receive our monies from the federal government and the state appropriation through the fuel tax for the most part. And I want to thank the legislature. For the past 2 years, they have not earmarked our budget. They've allowed us, the commissioner, to work and do what we think is best for the infrastructure system. They also have increased our budget. We have the largest budget now, $1.4 billion, that the Department of Transportation has ever had. And we're so grateful to the governor, lieutenant governor, the speaker, and the legislators for giving us that, along with the congressional delegation who passed the infrastructure bill. And we're going to receive almost $1 billion over 5 years through that process. So some of our major projects are tied into what we refer to as Vision 21. Vision 21 is the infrastructure plan that the legislature passed in 2001. We do a 3-year plan at the commissioner level and submit that to the legislature to let them know the major projects we are concerned with. For about 10 years, the department was on hold, and we didn't have any capacity money, so we went into a maintenance mode. During the past 2 sessions, the money that they've given us has been in capacity, $450 million this past legislative session. So we're going to be looking at now coming out of maintenance and getting into doing both maintenance and capacity with the $450 million.
Wow, that sounds like it's going to be a great year, I guess, for everyone here who is riding on the roads, driving on the roads in Mississippi. Before we let you go, because we are running out of time, what is the biggest goal this year for you all, especially when it comes to Mississippi?
Well, I mentioned to you that we are excited about the new money that we're getting, but that's not enough. When you look at our overall capacity projects, when you're talking about interstate system like 55 and 15, 61, 19, down on the Gulf Coast, we're talking about an $8 billion project of money is needed, not at one time, but over a period of time. So we're going to be working with the legislature this year, trying to get recurring money coming into our system so that we know what we can act on, what we can plan for. And that's going to make for a better planning for taking care of those capacity projects, as well as taking care of the maintenance. We are currently utilizing the $80 million that we're getting from the lottery. And thank you for playing the lottery. That money's coming in much higher than we thought it would. So we're getting $80 million, and then the other goes to the Department of Education. Oh. What we're doing with the $80 million is actually paving our 2-lane highways that have not been paved in over 20 years. So you're riding on a lot of asphalt today that you weren't riding on and had rough rides in the past. And we're going to continue to do those kind of things.
All right, then, Willie, thank you so much for joining us this afternoon.
Thank you, Tanya. It's always nice to see you.
You too.
Thank you. Bye.
If you're a parent or guardian looking for something